Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing as Canada in the Second Great War mod, and we're going to be forming the Canadian Empire. So, I mean, this is a pretty easy formable, but let's get straight to it. So, of course, I start off by immediately planning. I first thing I do is build a port. I didn't know where the port was. I think it was like a little bit further back, but whatever. I didn't want to bother finding that. Just build a port in Quebec. The first thing I did was send 8,000 troops to Greenland. Now, I realized though that I could just annex them, and so that's exactly what I did. At least I tried to, and it worked. So, I mean, that's that right there. And so I took those 8,000 troops and moved them immediately to the next island over, Iceland. And of Iceland, I didn't really bother trying to annex them. I knew it wouldn't work. So I just invaded them completely and took them over. And the AI let me annex everything. So after that, I just, well, took it over. And then I realized that there was this tiny island, Saint Pierre, something, something. So I just annexed them completely. And then afterwards, I realized the Faroe Islands were there too. And I was just like, might as well do them too. And so now, boom, 4 islands are all under my control. Now all that was left was Ireland and Denmark. And so I immediately started preparing for the invasion of Ireland. And I actually moved my troops back to Quebec so that I could like bunch them all up together. And once I made up about like over 100,000, I just mass recruited around this one single valley, which is kind of insane. Like Canada's entire population is just stuffed in this one place, despite it being absolutely a massive country. But I mean, it makes sense because most of it is like tundra, so no one wants to live there. And what I did before invading Ireland was I got threatened military access to the UK. Now, even though the UK was a strong power, the thing is, guys, countries in this game, good tip, right? Countries in this game will always give you military access, like if you threaten them, at least like most of the time. Like you don't even need that many troops, like because countries like it's seen as like they just want military access, so it's okay. I did the same thing with Germany with even less troops, and it worked. And then I used those troops to invade Denmark. Now, this is where I kind of jumped the gun a bit. I kind of invaded them. And Denmark kind of had a very strong army. And they absolutely destroyed my army soon enough. And now I was left stranded in Denmark. I tried to take half the country and leave, but nope, they did not let me. And so soon enough, I was completely pushed out of Denmark. And now I had to slowly recover my money, right? I was being careful each turn because I did not want to get naval invaded. And so once I carefully made back over 100,000, I once again assembled another army. And if you look up to the sea, right, where next to Quebec, there's 6 Danish troops over there. So they really were trying to naval invade. I don't know with what though. But I came back with 26,000 people. And I sent them right over back to Denmark. And again, I threatened Germany a second time, and it worked, which is kind of funny. Which I find that kind of funny, but yeah. And so when we landed in Germany, I once again invaded Denmark. This time, though, there was no stopping my force. They actually managed to push back at one point, and they actually took back a lot of territory. But the troops in the north eventually came down and took it right back from them. And so now I entered Copenhagen, and then I sent some troops to take that one island in the Baltic that they have. And just like that, Denmark was done. And now all that was left was just to make back the money that I went into debt for this war. And just like that, we formed the Canadian Empire. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.